A wonderful day from here, all the lovers of freedom. I'm bringing good tidings from the God of the universe. Brother Mary, bless you all richly. Please, if you lay your hand on this very broadcast at any given time, do not hesitate to share because it contains information that you need to know. And it will also help you in your life endeavor by the grace of God. This very broadcast contains, I'm telling you ahead of time, this very broadcast contains information that will also help you in your life endeavor. Very, very important. We want to be looking at a lot of things historically. And if we don't know our history or if we don't read history, we will not really know where we get it wrong. I guess by the grace of God, the other day, the last time I came online, I may mention about the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 that was later revisited again in 1945. So we became who we are today. Our continent over debilitated. We are taking suffering as if suffering were created or we brought it all the way from heaven. And it's not a good thing we take such a thing. That's why there are a lot of so many persons I will keep on respecting as far as this life is concerned. During my course of study, I think I may mention about Thomas Sankara. This is the former president of Burkina Faso. I may mention of it that precisely that was last year here. He was assassinated, and the same president that assassinated him, that led a coup d'etat against the government because he stand against imperialism and this neo-colonialism must have to end. He was overthrown by a coup d'etat, the same time assassinated. The same president that will speak in 2022 was sentenced to life imprisonment. And I want to be saying, God bless the Burkinabes. We have a lot of product there, and the God of our ancestors will continue to empower them. If I may categorically let you know today, if Sankara died at the age of 37, and he took office in 1987, in 1983 he took office. Then 87 he died. That is to say he was 33 years old when he became a president. After we salute for the Burkinabes. They know their purpose of living, not like some of our people. People that are 33 years old today, they still misbehave. The government still tell them when to not to kill themselves. So that's not where I'm going. I'm just laying a foundation. So this topic is going to be very, very wonderful. Please share among your friends. If you have been sharing our videos today before, make sure you share this very one. I've also tried to do my sharing from here. My thought I'm going to be sharing with you today is not just my personal thought. It's what is going around the world. I'm going to be telling you the country France colonized. And today as we speak, we have 14 African countries that still pay colonial tax to France. And I've let you know before, as of about 193 countries in the world registered by UN, the Britain, they have invaded 171 countries. It was last year here by the grace of God that the Barbados, they told Queen before Queen died, before they announced the death, they are no longer going to be paying this homage again. They had to say they love that one already. And as we speak, New Zealand is no longer going to be paying homage to the royals. Canada is no longer going to be paying homage because Canada, Australia is going to be under Restore Republic. That was when Trump comes back. So all this country, the colonial yoke, you need to break. And if you also look at, maybe talking about the South America, now only North America, what they do well, like Canada and US, maybe Mexico. You cannot be seeking a visa to go to Cuba. What we are seeing today in the world, not the only way they affect. The only country doing well today, that if you are even fighting to get their visa, you have to pray very hard. I see the North America, the South America like Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, then Venezuela. Nobody wants to go to that place. It's only still that Canada and America, precisely Mexico also. I don't think any of you will seek visa to go to Cuba. You will not go. So we are going to be looking at it vis-a-vis. Please, I'm doing my sharing from here, also do your own. I'm just, maybe some of this area, I may not be able to come back there again. But in case if I did not come back or elaborate more on it, just take it as you see it. You know, I told you right from day one, everyone upon it to start doing research. The weather is crazy here, but I never mind. I will move from not going to the sea today to come to this very side of these things to come and share my thoughts with you. So please, if you are watching, make sure you share. As I also do my sharing from here. Very, very imperative that you share this very broadcast. It's very, very important that you share this very broadcast among your friends and your loved ones. Because the reason, some of the reason why history will take place, you can comment please, or you can be clicking love and like. I think there is this emoji that also shows signal, clapping. All those things also help. Don't just watch like that. I'm not even seeing any comment, I'm not seeing anything. Please. Only one person cannot do this alone. If I tell you my age right now, I think I'm even overstressing myself. I'm not that too young the way you claim it. It's just that I'm maintenance now keep me. There's some people that you call a par, their age don't reach half of my own. But we are not talking about that here, but I'm just telling you also that let's share. It's not everything we tell each other. Go and do copy and paste. Put anything there, let something be in comment section. Let your love and life be massive, please. Let your love and life be very, very massive. We need it. So, this is what we must have to do, because we have to know all these small things. This is what is going to ginger us up, so that for us to start crying for our freedom. All these small things at times, you doesn't really count. That is something. That's where our freedom lies. All these minor things, so when you just say it don't mean anything. It means a lot. The reason why I quickly give you that a little historical background about Thomas Sankara, the former president of the Burkina Faso. Because history is about to repeat himself. That's why henceforth what we have to do is to begin to imitate good things. Very, very important. And very, very imperative we imitate good things. That's why I made up my mind, no matter the discouragement, even the people who started these whole race together, a lot of them today, they are no longer interested, but I'm still more very interested, because I've looked at corner in the world. Nothing is good as freedom. Nothing is as good when you have freedom. Nothing to be compared with it. So some of the major problems we have today is that we were given a fake colony. France authority, let me not just base it on Emmanuel Macron, because Emmanuel Macron is also a small boy. He were put in there for, they want to also use him to achieve some certain goals. So I will say France government. I think they are threatening the Burkina Faso. They are going to cut aid. They are threatening everybody they colonize. They are going to do this, they are going to do that. There's one post Ibrahim Traore said, he said, since over 60 years now, you guys have been sending us aid. Nothing changes. We are the ones that sit down in the Mediterranean Sea. I'm just quoting my own from here. We are the ones that sit down in the Mediterranean Sea. So better just stop it. So we will struggle for ourselves. As my people will always say, well, all you double will come on your that's what you are saying today. So for those of us that want to play, you can still play. But for me, instead of me to be playing, I have to start praying. Please, let's see your comment, please. There is no comment in this very video, and that's not good. That's not a good omen. There is no comment. If not even God bless you, right hand there, please. There is no comment in this very video. That's not good. Let me tell something. I don't know how I pasted this thing at the heading. Let me quickly see how I pasted this thing at the heading, so that there will not be mistakes. Okay. Now, one thing about this life is this. Whatever thing you are doing, most of the time, you may have this mindset that you are doing it for somebody. You are doing it for yourself. Do you know today, nowhere we go that will not be respected? Do you know I'm going to be respected? Due to what comes out of my mouth. If I'm not in this struggle, I would have been also be like some other person. So there are some certain things you do, you'll be training yourself, but you don't know. Now, the more you keep on following so right now, if you are going to expatiate on argument tomorrow, you will win. Do you know why? Because what we are telling you here is fact. Particularly as I'm giving lecture right now, and not to the rush they talk right now. So mistake no today. If I'm teaching like this, there's a difference when I'm teaching and when I'm doing advocacy. Just the rush they talk. I feel coward here, even they speak the phone. Speak more than the British that we. So it is possible. So here is enlightenment today. So colonialism is a yoke that must be broken in the continent of Africa. Africa must discover to recover, then France, Britain. That's why the colonial whatever comes in. Now, the deadliest Africa conflict during the 20th century, I'm going to be reading it to you one by one. Now, 14 African countries forced by France to pay colonial tax for the benefit of slavery and colonization. You know, there's one thing about this colonial master. Even when you say you want to retreat, they force you into it. If they find out that you want a show strong head, what they do, they kill you. Is it not last year here? I thought about John Paul Magufuli. John Paul Magufuli. What happens to him? Check by him now. The records are there. Go and check. Why? One, he rejected the Chinese loan. The loan they do give. The IMF and the World Bank, they are using CCP as the Chinese. Chinese is of two types. Don't get it twisted. When we are saying, you always say that. I'm not saying China is one of the alliance of Donald Trump. It is CCP that is the alliance of Donald Trump, who joined Salvation for Humanity and Redemption. Single-handedly, what he now does is to bring army. Even the Chinese, they have a very bigger problem more than our own. It is called China Communist Party, CCP. Those ones, they are suffering. Those ones, they are suffering past your own. So they also need liberation the way you need it. It's just that our own come to, glary. Our own too glary. And we don't really have opportunities. Even our leader that we send to House of Rep, go and help us. All they do is to rule their useless schools. And you see some useless people also, keep on supporting them. Now, let me quickly give you this deadly war that have ever happened in the 20th century in Africa. You know, I already did a heading to you, the deadly Africa conflict. Let me just give it to you word by word. Then Eritrea and Ethiopia war, 1988 to 2000, 250 people died. 250,000 people died between Eritrea war and Ethiopia. Then the Angola Civil War, 1975 to 2002, 500,000 died. Now the first Liberian Civil War, 1989 through 1997, 600,000 died. Then the Rwanda genocide between April and August 1994, 1 million died. Then the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 stroke 1970, which lasted for 3 years, about 3.5 million died. Where was our colonial master before this thing escalated to this? Because this is what the program Africa to look like. That's why if they want to reduce the world population, what they always do is to cause conflict. Now, when we talk about the depopulation agenda, Oyibo, they know say the population agenda, the people that don't still know are with the blacks. Even with the matrix of what we have even seen, talking about colonialism, talking about slavery, is enough for us to know the in-depth of what these people are doing, yet we don't still know it. If every one of us have known what I'm talking about today, we are supposed to have passed this very level. But why did they always come with different topics? Those days when I used to teach at home, I do paperwork like lecturer. So that as I'm saying it to you, I give you figure. Now let's go there. Then that Nigerian Civil War, everyone of us know about. Then Ethiopia Civil War of 1974 to 1991. Then 1.7 died, 1,700 died. Then the second Sudanese Civil War, 1983 to 2005, 2 million died. The second Congo War, 1988 to 2004, 5.4 million died. That's it. Now, where is our colonizers? They are nowhere to be found. Now, at times, when we talk about colonial, is it not Britain that colonized Sudan? Britain colonized Sudan. Go and check what's happening in Sudan today. Sudan is a war front. Sudan, as we speak, is a war front. Now, when we are talking about that, the effect of we giving too much room for these people to to begin to overuse us, a lot of people count it as if nothing is happening. Now, if you look at the countries that the Britain have colonized, you have Botswana that were colonized in 30th, I think 1966. You have Egypt. They were also colonized in those one 1922. You have Gambia, you have Ghana, you have Kenya. And one thing I'm happy about today, that the people that the Britain they colonized, Kenya is standing tall as we speak. South Africa is standing tall as we speak. Uganda is standing tall as we speak. That's why none of these countries that Britain colonized, they have not gotten military coup so far. Maybe those one want to use their head, I don't know. But the first place I'm perceiving that such disaster is going to be happening is going to be Nigeria. One, locking Nnamdi Kanu is going to cause Nigerian pains. See, putting Nnamdi Kanu into consideration, you know, it's going to cause Nigeria a lot of problems. It's going to cause them pain. And Brafa is going to make Nigerians to lose their grip soon. Brafa is the one putting an end to Nigeria. For those of you believing still in one Nigeria, I don't really know what's wrong with us. Then, I told you here, it's not my word, that in 1899, Nigeria you see today was known as Royal Niger Company. Then it was later converted into a country. Now, why do we always like to embrace this West? At least by now, the medicine they use entire most people. Some of us, our brain today, we have liberated ourselves mentally. The same people, the same thing people are doing about this Jesus today, they don't see anything wrong with it. I think the book of Hebrews, 13 verse 1. They told you, let brotherly love continue. Brotherly love continue after killing me. Look at what they have done to us. And why must you even think of embracing such a thing at all? After enduring you, take away your land, take away your natural resources. Now let we want to die for water. Do you think God just created us to suffer? Or don't you ever think that this thing you are seeing today is a part and parcel of human enslavement? Now, when the Britain, they left Ghana in 1957, they went to Nigeria in 1960 to colonize them. In Lesotho, they also colonized in 1966. In Malawi, they colonized in 1964. The Mauritius, they colonized in 1968. If you watch all their colony in Nigeria, in Africa, most of them took place in 1960-something. The major year was 1960-something. I think Chile, we were colonized in 1976. That was where the day most of us were born. While Sierra Leone were colonized in 1961. Somalia, today we they use and do joke. If you want to advise people, say person slain, you say hungry, they beat them. Like person will come from Somalia. They have not done anything about it. Somalia, those ones, they have finished up themselves. Now, go and check the meaning of colonialism. It just be like, your master will teach you work. At times, your master, anytime you got problem, you are supposed to call your master, particularly when you serve and wear. He give you your freedom where. You can also go to your master's shop and collect goods. If not good master, he want you to also sell even more than him, so that will be proud. Tell me today, the country I'm just mentioning right now, that the Britain, they colonized, anyone that their children is not dying inside the Mediterranean Sea. Tell me anyone. Then the Britain, they are changing your identity. You are happy. I got a British P. You are happy about it. You don't see any reading of what is. They invaded 171 countries in the whole world. That's who they have invaded. Go and check it now. More than 90% of the world. You know, I like doing practical. That is why during OB whatever, there were things I show us. I don't want to display money for here. Let's assume, okay, let me use my card. Let me use my driver license for example. Let's assume this is an identity. This is an identity, right? This is an identity. What considers this identity? Your date of birth, your surname, your age, you know, your resident number, blah, blah, blah. Maybe where you are from, your local government of origin. That what contains the passport, of which you also have your identity. Now, why is your own today not even valid in the continent of Africa? Don't you know that you and I, we are brothers? If you check what's happening in Burkina Faso today, Idu children, they Burkina Faso. They are in Benin Republic. They are in Togo. Do you know why we are spread abroad today? Because of this slavery. More people, they ran into the bush for escape. Hey, Edo alien, they have come again. They want to start doing cash. That's why now the ancestral part. Your Benin Kingdom, they were part and parcel of the people that saw slavery. Quote me, the records are there. This is not an even an interview. You are supposed to know this one before now. Why were they selling you to Britain? Why did they sell you out? Now, some people that were afraid, they ran aside. Automatically, while running, and maybe a man or a woman, you meet another man, they not give him belly. Most of you today, who you are insulting is your brother. That's why when even Julius Malama, I begin to perceive it. Julius Malama must be an Idu ancestors. Because if you check, there's something unique about Idu children all over the world. There's something unique about them. The family of Donald Trump, they are related to Idu. If out to put it, forget say they're white. There's something that is, you know, unique about these people. Now, we are talking about people who mean freedom. Like in Burkina Faso, most of them right now begin to perceive it. All those are our brothers. Anytime I see people who are the same ancestors with me, I love it. A time it's going to be coming, we are no longer going to be seeing all these, I'm from Malawi, I'm from this. We are going to be called an African. Go and mark my word. And that's our true identity. As an African, then what you not do? You mention your ancestral name. If I say right now, a time is going to come, you will not, I will not be a Nigerian again. So you start learning it right now. If any person asks me, maybe I'm in any conference, where are you from? I'm from Africa. We are in Africa. Idu land. Idu land, not Nigeria. Because even the 100-year treaty that we signed by the British giant that we by Freddie Lologa in 1914, supposed to expire in 2014. But why are we that the country have not benefited? We are the one promoting this thing. They sell us out to the Fulani. All mayhem that is happening in your country today, it is promoted by your colonizer. You don't know. You may be seeing your leader, they are not doing anything. What can they do? How was Sankara killed? Sankara, we are talking about the imperialism of the France. He said this neo-colonialism must stop. He was 33 years old when he became president of the Burkina Faso, the Burkinabes, in 1983. But when they found out that, when France government found out that this guy, he want to cheat, on learn a lot of things where we don't cheat these people before, he want to change them. They use his own person. They assassinated him. They not just overthrow him. They led a coup d'etat against him in 1987. They assassinated him. But I get the Burkinabes. They were bleeding in their heart that a day will come why you people will pay for. Today I lay course until we have peace. Our colonizers are not going to get peace. Now, if you want to know who I am, for those of you that see me very, very first time, I'm the mouthpiece of the God of Idu. I'm the mouthpiece of the God of our ancestors. Go and check everything I've laid course on. They are not showing news that is happening in Britain. Britain, as we speak, is the most sorrowful country in the world. You can't show it in news. Now, well, go and check it today. I know you can't see it. Nigeria, the peace of Nigeria is gone. I think they are attacking Biafra. They are not showing to you what the Biafra Liberation Army is doing to your janja with Nigerian army. They can't show it. There are videos I can't bring out. I will share some WhatsApp. How they are importing, bringing soldiers from neighboring countries. They'll go trick those ones and say, and you are coming to come and gather community at the end of the day. Now you are coming to come and meet somebody in his land to come and kill them. Now who has to wait person and kill person now? So the Biafra liberation you are saying that is a joke. It's not a joke. The same way you hear about Niger, that's why you are going to hear one day. You will just wake up like this and see that you are not a Biafra. Under that very Biafra, then the Do Nation also is loading. I know my true identity. That's why you have to discover to recover. Knowing what I know today, I cannot take oppression from anybody. Not even the Spanish or Balegbe. They know I don't respect. I respect the law. If you want to turn the law and begin to use it for personal selfish reason, I will be the first one to insult you. Now, if you must fight for your freedom and get it, there are some of the things you need to put together. You have to be like Esther. If I perish, I perish. Esther chapter 4. You have to go and read it. Go and read it. And another thing again you have to have in your head. You have to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These are areas I imply the Bible. I don't imply the Bible looking for miracle. I imply the Bible in areas where people took decisions. He said, oh, ye king, we are not careful in this very matter. Even the God that we serve refuse to save us, we will not bow down. Really, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they not succumb. The reason why they didn't succumb, they look and say, man, you are not, am I a bioso? That's what we know how to do. And the CEO, after Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I'm the next person. The history will tell. The history will tell. This one will not be funny. I'm not the type who will come and start show you as the most traveled person. No, we don't do that. This is what we do. Go and verify it. So for a lot of us want to get, I don't want a cheap freedom. I want freedom that I die. You fight it hard. Like what I was telling you those days. A lot of people so carried, they were carried away Just put this very card. Let me show you something. Just put this very card, put it into ballot paper, ballot box. Then your freedom has come. Lazy. And that kind of freedom is not real. A freedom that is real, you will know. If, like brother freedom, as soon as they get them, is gone. Can I also quote the Bible to you? Let me encourage you here. For those of you still in the body of Christ. And in the book of Matthew chapter 28 verse 2. He said there was a great earthquake. He said, an angel descended from heaven to come and roll away the stone from the grave of your master. According to the Bible, he said he sat down on it. Died to say, may for not roll, go back. That's the kind of freedom we are looking for. I know they look for total China freedom. China kind of this thing. Go your cheap. You buy some phone now. You go your big fancy. Everything go days. I go even get remote. You not use and reach one day. Don't they hot? We don't need those kind of freedom. I need the freedom that even Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the kind of freedom, a freedom that leads to promotion. Even the same person who put you into incarceration will also be the one to start guarding you tomorrow. That's why after said and done, Nebuchadnezzar told them, he said, anyone that insult the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he said, we kill that person. And he promoted them in a foreign land. That's the kind of, therefore they find this freedom. So, and they insult them. Who I never insult. Bring it. Maybe most of Meto Melehi. I finish up a video, one dog be around me. But what did they see? They collect spiritually. I'm not just a man. That's why anytime I see black man, one day, know you are too small now. I want your guy. You're too small now. We know they play local league. If the freedom is tight, then we go for it. Like what's happening in the world today. When I started now, there are people I want us to give honor to today. I want us to always respect this trumpet. I want to always respect Putin. I want to always respect the Prime Minister of Idi Morodi. He also contributed to this very great military alliance all over the world today. I want to also congratulate CCP for standing up Bolsonaro. And this is our brother from North Korea, Jong Hwan-hun. And also Bezin Salami, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Those are men who said no, human being must remain. Those are people who said human being must remain. You may not, nobody will tell you this, but I have to reveal it to you. So that if you are going to be centering your prayers, you know how to center it. And we are supposed to read this very Bible and enjoy ourselves and begin to imitate a lot of things. This was what Esther said. This was what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said. The one we follow inside, it was Jesus. We keep on following. But nobody read about the book of Numbers chapter 31. He said, Moses, we have counted and none is missing. Moses fought war us through. The same thing brothers are doing today. They fought war through. Then you are there. You want to get Jesus Christ freedom. A Bible we are reading. After they kill you, they sold you out. They put in the book of Hebrews 13 verse 1. Let brotherly love continue. Poke. Now, no, ask me, Aluta continua. Why? You see how they give us an inner conviction. Under normal conditions, if you read the books of our father we enslaved, that was your mother that were killed in the cold blood. Anytime you see they show some African countries that they are bringing aid after causing war, then you see an elderly man or elderly woman of Vienwekwa, that is your mother. You are supposed to cry as a black person. You are supposed to cry as a black person. Any black father today that have good man is my father. That's why I don't go to SAG with all these lady. Because they know they cannot talk to you. What they know that what you hate most. For me, I love respecting women. I love respecting children. I don't go that area. I don't go there. You know what they're going to bring on? They start saying some certain stories about you. That's why you don't, there are so many dogs or pigs. You don't need to go into the mode with them. That's why I just did my lane. But don't let me use you to teach. Like this, led and those these are big one. I say I don't want to play with you. It becomes a problem to him. I never mention his name, and you cannot do the kind of lecture I do. My kind of lecture is very different from your own. Then why do you feel we are the same type? Now let's talk about the South Africa colony. That was I think 11 December 1931. And 1994, I grew up to meet my father, then my late father, blessed memory, man, they not born. Andrew Ibn do women. Then they always talk about all these things. I never knew it's something I'm going to be also becoming a file. Now in 1994, they put an end to apartheid. That was segregation. They tried to differentiate the white from the black. Julian Malema said in one of his interviews, he said there is a trauma that he have on his head. Our police came one day. They caught her mother. She was not using blanket to cover. They had to say her mother were naked. Julius Malema. He's an Edu brother. I can perceive it. They know they have to know. If you see them, you will know. That's all these invader. Invader will never do anything that will make society to be good. Like this very woman that not be get Pekino. The one way get Pekin. He say make king not divide the church. Why the one way not get and say divide and cut and cut and. Then the king now use his sense. The one way get Pekin say leave her. No, kill her. I want you to kill the child. Give her be that say I say get her. Why the one way not get her? He say make it kill her. How does the king judge the judgment? When he now find out that okay, as they say me they keep this Pekin, so now they say not be you get her. This one where they say no, because you know the pain where you go through. You value children because you get. I can perceive that now. This one where you say make I give you, make them not kill her. You where they say make them kill her, so not be you through get her. That was how the king judged that judgment. That was how he settled the issue. But at the end of the day, what happened? The child later come back to the owner. The people that really own the society. That's why I saw people today. They said they are going to die with their king. And today I play with my 2 legs on the ground. The king will allow Allah. The God of the universe. As many who said what their king is doing, perhaps is no good. The very day their king is going down, they will go down along with them. I pray tonight, put you not the count into incarceration, the God of the forest. If you not the count only deserve it, maybe what we are doing. We are fighting for Biafra and for a personal selfish interest, not for the interest of the dying Biafra. All what they have done, they will succeed. It was for the interest of the Biafras, see the pains and having read about the liberty you get to us from the birth, which is our core value, and they intend to humiliate this man and put him into dungeon. As many of you that is even supporting the federal government and the danger we breathing, I pronounce today, there shall be calamity in your life. If I'm called by God, there will be calamity in your life. Until now the Kanu is released, that country, Nigeria, will never have peace. As many that pray for Nnamdi Kanu, goodness and mercy will follow you. If you pray for Nnamdi Kanu to die in jail, Graphinoza will locate you. I pronounce microdiabetes tonight. It will locate you in a hurry. Everything that contains the NRA vaccine will kill you in a hurry. We have to be our brother's keeper. It's hard time we know our problems. Now, that one ended. If you see the way Swaziland were colonized in 1968, they taught those one how to leave their breast on the ground. It is not the tradition, the real tradition of the Swaziland. We do see them on social media when they are guests during some certain festival. They only leave their breast open. I can perceive it that is not just their original whatever. That was how the Britain, they also colonized them. Look at the Sudan that were colonized in 1956. There is war there in Sudan today. In Sudan. There is war going on there. They don't talk about it. They did say, okay, now let's go and coin this issue. Because if they want to start extracting your natural resources, or they want to make sure they blindfold you, what they do, they give ammunition, they create some group and give ammunition. Terrorize the very government. That's why today, the Benin Palace, what they do, they created some certain idiots to fight Obaseki. That's why nothing. The best governor in Nigeria today, who have done well, is Obaseki. But you know today, to Edo alien is the worstest governor because no longer doing their will. Just the same way right now. You can see France government, they are furious. Also with Benin people, because Eriniatemi is going down gradually. That's why as many of us that even mention you do or you support Brafa, they know when Brafa comes, Edo automatically become a Edo nation. They are aware that when Brafa comes, Edo automatically becomes an Edo nation. They are aware of it. That's why they are doing what they are doing. This sun is really hitting this phone. As we speak right now, it's dull. Let me see whether it's hot. It's hot. The reflection of the sun is really too much, you know. I pray it may not knock down, but we're going to continue. Now, if you look at Tanzania, that was colonized in 1964 by the same British Janjaweed. Their leader have been killed because they never want any country to go forward. That's just their plan. They never want any country. Let me remove it from here and hold it on my hand. Please just hold on, please. Sorry for the breaking transmissions. Let me remove it from the sun. Because there's a way I hang it here before, so that my two hands will be free. So let's stay here. So let's stay here. I think we can still see me correctly, right? Please just right comment if you can still see me clearly. Now, if you also look at Uganda, where Museveni is the president that was colonized in 1962. That man is doing well today. I think all the costs who don't fair cost he don't already change. He's now turning to become good. If you also look at Zambia that was colonized in 1964, if you look at it, everything in 19-something. Also look at Zimbabwe that was colonized in 1980 by the same Britain. Do you know Robert Mugabe spent, after doing the bid of the Great British Janjaweed, he spent 37 years before living there. And when Roberto Mugabe died, there's this coffee they got from the UK. And do you know if any royal die in UK, they don't use that kind of coffee to the burial. For good 10 years, the children of Roberto Mugabe. Okay. But is the picture clear? About please. About quickly rather, is the picture clear, please? Because the way I'm seeing it from here, maybe might be a reflection of the sun. Now, let's quickly look at the countries also the France colonized. If you look at Algeria, they were colonized in 1962. Look at Benin Republic, they were colonized in 1975. Look at the Burkina Faso, that is doing well today, they were colonized in 1960. When the British government were in Nigeria, the same France were in Burkina Faso colonizing them, giving them a fake colony. They colonize your leaders on how and give you a memorandum of understanding or how they are going to kill you. That's why your system of government. Look, go and check the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. That was what Nigeria gave Nigerian problem up to now. It never gave you right to live. Never. Now let's look at Cameroon also that were colonized the same 1960 by the French UN trustee. Now let's look at Central Africa that was also Central Africa Republic that colonized the same 1960. Czech Republic the same 1960. You can see all of them. Comoros. I'm happy for Comoros today. Those ones they're also waking up. There's this thing they went for. Before that, Russia, Africa, whatever they went. There was one they went before. Comoros were there. No, it was Russia. Comoros president were there. I thank God for their life. They are also standing up already. In 1975, they were also colonized. If you look at Congo, 1960, they were also colonized. If you look at Côte d'Ivoire, 1960, they were also colonized. Djibouti, 1967. And this Djibouti, anytime Kenya is going there to go and buy anything, they have to first of all change the currency to dollar before they go there and buy anything. Not be juju be that. We cannot use Kenyan currency. If you want to go and buy something, maybe you are leaving Kenya now, you can't buy it. Just the same way you cannot use Naira in Niger. Then how are we the same continent? Now, the European Union, they united themselves together. All of them right now, they now belong to the Eurozone. But I think it was the very year I entered this very place, 2003 precisely. I think by 2002, Spain, I think they should be using peseta. When I came, they changed it newly. During this as now. That was when they changed. Let's say by 2000, every one of you that came 99, you were using peseta. I think they later removed it in 2002 or so. Then we just came, they said the people were still talking about peseta. Even a lot of people were still tendering it. That have peseta with me. I never know this were there and all of other. So right now, we don't have a specific currency apart from this same European currency. We don't have a currency on our own. So okay, Nigeria is down to Africa. You can use Nigerian money in Algeria or common Nigeria. You can't use it there. A lot of you did not know the adverse effects of what you are celebrating today. Now, I'm talking about France colony. Look at Gabon, that was colonized in the same 1960. Look at Guinea, that was colonized in 1958. Look at Madagascar, that was colonized in 1960. Look at Niger, that was colonized in the same 1960. Look at Senegal, all of them 1960, up to Togo. Tunisia, 1954. Morocco, 1956. That was how. Now, one thing is very laughable at times. Before Spanish people, they came. They run, they come. Now colonization will go. So now only Guinea, Equatorial, and Irish Spanish hand with them colonize. Only Guinea, now reach their hand. Obe Portugal was with Davosha. Portugal was able to get Angola in 1975. They were able to get Cabo Verde in 1975. Guinea-Bissau, they also get it in 1974. So that was how they did everything. Saint Thomas, Principe, 1975. Then Mozambique, they did their own. That 1975. After the Britain, they have done their own. Now, let me go through and read some certain things to you in the Berlin conference that I pasted in the last video I did. Let me read to you of so many things that happened in that Berlin conference. I'm going to get it in the comment section. So that for those of us that is always arguing, it is good we know why we are like this today. We just came to this world and we've concluded that this is how our life supposed to be. No! Our life wasn't supposed to be like this. Something happened somewhere. Something happened somewhere, and this is what we are facing today as a people. So many people think that this life we are just living, now so God take creator. No. One or two persons decided and say, these people look at the kind of life we want them to live. And we that are living it, we are not complaining. Let me just go to the page. Hold on, please. Let me find my way to the page. You know, it is a teaching class. So there are a lot of things we don't need to skip. We have to really talk about it. It's a teaching class. There are so many things we don't need to skip. Oh, I hate anytime you are trying to do something like this, the thing will just be malfunctioning. I'm not just the lack of matter. So let me see if I can bring out the comment. It would have been very, very useful if I can bring it about. Okay, now, about 139 years ago, European leaders set Iran hot shoe-shaped table to set the rule for Africa colonization. They sit down. What are we going to do now? Let's go and colonize them after slavery. And all these things happen after slavery. Now it happened. Now we have sold them. We have built our communities. Let us also go, so that the little uniqueness in them, so that we might go and take it. The little life remain with them, so that we might go and make them wretched. Let us go and colonize them, so that every child that is born, we made the society to be very toxic, so that when they grow up, they will not by themselves and seek for visa. We are going to make their passport to be powerless. We are going to make their passport to be a means of useless and nonsensical whatever, while our own will be bigger. And every one of us will grow up and we embrace it. That's why today, before something they bend small, we are very happy when they gave us visa. Where are you going? Come here again to come and enslave yourself. If you are not a slave, why are you not having right over your children? Why is it that the very day police tell you you and your wife must divorce, you must divorce? The very day when they start to call your wife, say, don't worry. If you can drive your husband away from this house, your wife is key to it. How many of you today have said the way I have it? This whatever thing I'm doing today is inherent and inalienable. God punish that evil. God punish that law. That's why when all these things started happening, good or bad, our father they tried, particularly the American Constitution of 1776 Constitutions. There are so many rights, because most of our forefathers that were, that went to slavery, particularly America, during the in 1860 something, when this very man Abraham Lincoln was alive, I guess he had some meeting with our fathers that make today the kind of rights that we have there. Despite our black people that are all those Snoop Doggy and the rest of them, they never want to do. That's why they just make them blow. They created an avenue for them to get money, so that as soon as you have money, let me make them comfortable. That's why they couldn't make people like us comfortable. You cannot buy me over. No matter the money, you can't buy me over. Carry your million gold. They could buy the Jay-Z, the Snoop Doggy Dogg. They created also courtesan for them to start killing themselves. If you look at Tupac Amaru Shakur, that guy were sensible. They created something for an entity for them, so that they can also kill themselves. That's what they always do. That's why today, because the traditional ruling council, they encourage court so that you can kill yourself. And if you also look at people that are killing themselves today, they are Idu children. They are Idu children. The people they use to do hitting, now Idu children. The people they use in drinking water, check every person they have used in drinking water. Some of them may be thinking, now they do the B. They don't even know their identity. Now do the B. They can't use their own. Ayovie says, they say, what it mean? Ile binu no de ki ile binu. They don't feel use their own to do juju. Now you they go use. Ayovie says, yes, they say, go ask them what it mean. I'm giving you my definition here. Now, what is clear? The Berlin Conference established the legal claim by Europeans that all Africa could be occupied by whoever could take it. It also established a process for the European to cooperate rather than to fight each other. That's why you can never see any European country fight each other. Since I was born, now they can't fight each other. It was Berlin Conference that they discussed it. They can't fight any. Finland and Spain can never fall out for war. They can never. It was discussed, sign and seal. That's why if they got that trend when NATO were created, they started using NATO as a ball. Okay, now let's come together. It was 12 countries that came together to come and form NATO. One look at them today, I think they are about 31 now. NATO countries, they are 31. And all these entities you are seeing today, they be Omila. But you feel they are there. They be Omila. All these 3-letter words, FBI, FBU, CIA, they be Omila. Did they create it to do anything good rather than to suppress you? Now, let's go forward. To cooperate rather than to fight each other. This this corporate player play a huge role in the division and the conquest of Africa. It was formed of legal violence practiced upon the whole continent and all its people. It is for these reasons that we tend to see the Berlin Conference as a significant event in the world history. Now, every one of us came to Europe. All we just know, I've laid my foundation. My life is finished. But in 1983, a 33 years old boy became a president. Trying to fight against imperialism. They killed him. After many years, another Thomas Sankara is there now. And today, I named Captain Ibrahim Traore or Nawimuna. If you touch him, God Almighty, God of heaven, the God of the universe, I lift up Abraham Traore into your able hand. Wherever they are planning to do anything that will harm that guy, that country tonight, I pronounce calamity. The way we honor Jesus, we don't even know whether we'll have Europe fighting for. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody talks about it. It's as if what it come for. It come for nonsense. A man, a story that were created. If not Jesus' name, if not Jesus, I tell the professor, I think here go for. So let's go to another. Let me read that if I can find another one right now. Now the partition of Africa began in the earnest within Berlin Conference in 1884 to 1885, and was the cause what caused most of the African borders we are seeing today. The task of this conference was to ensure that each European countries that claim possession over a part of Africa bring civilization in the form of Christianity and trade to each region, that he would occupy also a country claim of a territory was valid only in informed and other European powers, and establish some occupying force on the ground. This occupying force was often military outposts on the coast, interior, waterway, with little to no actual settlement. Specific lands were obtained by having African indigenous rule, signed and sealed to a general agreement for protection by the European power. Often those rule had no idea what they were signing. They were not having an idea of what they were signing. Most could not read nor understand the European language. They made our father to sign documents that they never understand. Oh, Yakomi. Por ejemplo, se es día de hoy. Por ejemplo, si eso cosa pasa hoy, yo estaba ahí. Hi, I don't know. Why was I not alive? They made them to sign. We are going to put base in your place, attract your natural resources. That's what they did. That's why we are here today. They brought our ancestors to Europe and America by boggling them, empowered by your Benin traditional idiots. And right now river pass come this place. And thank God, my using river to come to this place is not a waste. God knows why He dropped me here in Spain. Because every prayer I prayed here, there must be something. What our prayer has done, by the grace of God, apostolic means I'm iOS. What our prayer has done. And if you are not very careful, this same lamentation you are reading, you are also leaving it down for the enemy of your children. Our father thought he never mind. Or mommy in Europe, but today means a lot. None of you today makes it. None of you have made. If you say you have made it, don't think. You don't know what's called. If you said you have made it because you have 10 million in your account, you don't know what you are doing. We are still suffering. We are still suffering. That's why this colonial yoke must be broken. This colonial yoke must be broken. There's a paragraph I read for you just now. They come in the name of Christianity. Do you know people that carry Jesus today in Africa? They are going to perish with the Britain and the same colonizer. Do you know? Okay, you are not aware of it. If you tell your parents to keep on following Jesus, because you people are the one bringing cost to our life. Go and check what you are doing. Go and check what it consists of the name you are using. All these things were created just to make blacks feel that they belong. If it were to be good, they no say free border. If we have free trade, you just drive motor come from Algeria, you just drive on come Nigeria. They no say it will be good. Why they put border for everywhere? We are not the control of ourselves today. They control us because of the agreement they make in Berlin Conference. Our father, they sign documents. They don't even know how to read. Let me assume we were written down in Dutch. Let's assume the Berlin Conference, the agreement they signed, they give our father to sign. We're written down in Dutch. How they go to read it? Even when they put cola down and say, when black lack money where they can sell their brother because of money. We know we just read them again. Okay, now money where they will get envelope river. Bread. The people that were supposed to be feeding under us, we are not feeding under them. Cocoa that they sell in Africa. For those of you that live in Jama, Jama is paying children, you are very happy. Even money where they give you, they're not rich. The percentage that come to Jama, when Museveni were talking about it, the president of Uganda, when we were talking about it, the African, Russia, this thing they had, he mentioned it how much trillions dollars that they made in cocoa. IMF go take away their own. They go remove Africa own. Part where they go Germany. Germany not even get cocoa like this. They don't get cocoa leaf for their place. The one where the whole Africa country they collect, we get the cocoa. Cocoa is enough for us to make, we have the best economy in the whole world. We all can even feed with it. They don't get the leaf. But German money, the big part the whole Africa own. Why they not pay you before? You are going to see hunger coming. Today I call Germany. Not you that are there. Not you that are there. I know most of you are very daft. Not you that is in Germany. I'm talking about the German, what they are doing to Africa. To derive born in France. Mama money, until we grow up and become who God has destined us to be, as many that put us deliberately into the perpetual bondage. Our children, our brothers, they have died in millions in the Mediterranean Sea. Those people that have died, who are here government with Bonami. We just got into something, we are happy. The Doibo can't build as achievement. Road is not achievement in Europe. Government does not take road as an achievement in Europe. Why are we showing that this government started this road they have done well? Why are we criticize government over erosion? It is how they have made our society to be. That is how it is today. You are not ready to change anything. I was expecting anytime we hear some certain message, we'll be energized and begin to do the unusual. I will tell you, you are a spirit to live inside a body. Make use of your natural spirit to you know. Always Jesus Christ in our lily. But today, we have pains all over in our society. Let me read another paragraph to us. Now, there were 3 conditions of the Berlin Conference. The first was to recognize the territory that King Leopold claimed as his private property. Then the second was to recognize some existing territory claimed in different parts of Africa. The third and the most important result of the conference was to set up a way for Europeans to claim as territory in Africa. Some group of aliens They sat down in 1884. But we have bastards abroad. All they do is to go to dance. But they can never sit down to say, what must we do for the condition of our country? Not even their brother. Hey, do you know how many are doing in Libya? Do you know how many are doing in Libya? Do you know how? Now we they travel now. Now we they travel. Did they concern? They don't concern. The people that gathered, they didn't gather in millions. They didn't gather in millions. They gathered in number. That was what King David said. He said how good and how pleasant it is. Psalm 133. For brethren to dwell together in unity. Then I now got my translation from that brethren. That the people you are in the same condition together. The people you suffer together. The people you pass through land together. The same people that they are drilling the same oil in the same your local government together. And they are not paying you money. And your oil in your city is gone. We are supposed to be brethren. But today you see some alien. He did bastard in America. Supported the same politician that he told me that it was bad. As you betray our struggle tonight. You betray our struggle just because of a peanut. But in Berlin conference, they don't betray themselves. What they said in 1884 is what is ruling us today. But I thank God there's somebody like me alive. He said, there is a man to pray, there's a God to answer. I declare tonight, if there anything that God that you have not visited, about the Berlin conference on how our life became tattered, haggard, misguided and misfortune. Tonight, that conference, I make it non-avoid. The reason why I'm in Europe, that's what I'm doing right now. Because I'm in Haddad. I can't do this one in Edo State. All these aliens, they will come from me. But they cannot bring it on abroad. If they can bring it on, I would have loved it. But they can't bring it on because they are cowards. For you to know that they are killers. How will you be telling somebody in his own state when you will come to house now? And I'm coming. You know I'm going to come. Maybe that time you might, if you're ever going to be alive, you're already zombie. Tonight I pronounce as many. You are having evil intention against me when I'm not doing you bad. Before I come, either they are going to show me where you are buried or you have become zombie. Well, we know that give me you actually obey your will. After your king sold people, who put us in this mess? Tell me what about Zozolwa did. Tell me where they were signing the Berlin conference that did and yesterday went there and fought them. He did not fight by fighting his own brother. No, tell me what did and yesterday fought. But the Berlin conference that they had, it was King Leopold who summoned that very Berlin conference. Today, Leopard's people, they benefited from it. What RCED fought, Ozolwa, Akenzwa, tell me, the benefit is to the people. If you can't say it, pray one day, tell over in the Lakaye. Tell over in the Lakaye. Imanabolo we dente Allah. Let me see you anywhere. With this your nonsensical whatever. Let me see you anywhere. Let me see you anywhere. They begin to praise what they are not supposed to praise. Your Abba that was in Benin in 17 something. He know you to never. Only what to buy what we do. What to lake us on a cocker. And I will say for the cocker. I guess by now any very able. Usono soka sinya. Usano sogi siye. I'm your man of phone now. Nenu se no rikoka. Eredo. No, not there though. What about what we did? What to cost them? When we are salmon, but today that's what you carry. But I thank God we have small time together. Fata poco. Hay que vive un poco más juntos. I must separado in the spirit. We are not more together. And I'm happy for that. I'm not going to be seeing you again. Because you are an idiot. Look at the narrative they promote. Look at the narrative they promote. The next thing, it not go up in the kingdom. Is where human or when I'm being in the palace. No, since the palace restored, what is happening? No, tell me development that palace stands for. Tell me that this one thing, oh, there are some roads today in that Benin. Governor cannot tie it. Do you know what? Or tie Yagbe. Have you ever one day prayed for the governor against witches? Or you don't know they have power? If not for the even do right now that is standing for Obasekin Agbemufwane, the most hated governor Edo have ever produced. The same thing Udali. Obasekin Wune as we speak. Are they not using Philip Shaibu against him now? Do you think Philip Shaibu? That's why. Do you see I talk about the issue of Philip Shaibu and whatever? I did talk about it because there was a time Philip Shaibu was like a god. There was a time he stood by us when we needed him. Now he's also facing some spiritual mental deformity. I will not castigate him for one. But my next prayer is that God Almighty should change his heart. They are using him against the government. It did not sacrifice. That was when Iduigodomigodo, fathers and mothers, they realized that this thing must have to stop. The only thing that will make them to come back again was a human sacrifice. That woman were killed. She did sacrifice herself. And those cases, we are going to be revisiting it again. Any of you that is alive, you will go to jail for murdering. You will go to jail for it. I swear to God tonight, you will, every of your atrocity must be revisited. You guys are too wicked. You are too wicked. That woman were killed. I can perceive it, you were killed. That woman were killed. And I was that for me. They realized only what can bring back Benin people then, Iduigodomingo the people, was a human sacrifice. After that human sacrifice, all of them will be don't get sense before. They started coming back and start paying more homage. Since that time, tell me what have been happening. Most of you that were not supposed to do it, they are sorry for using this language. Today, you are pains already in your lower abdomen. By 60, most of you, you're one. You can no longer resist P at the age of 65. You don't know what you put yourself. The reason why people are caught shivering with even too much of work, Emma. See, man, we are the carry through one year. Why be say most of our father those days, wait till they carry this bag, they go from. Most of them complain like this. Why to what we call it? Because too much job or labor. That's all what will go happen to you. But you don't see anything bad about it. This is what they have been doing. The slavery still continue. They only remove the chain from our hands and from our leg. They remove it from our neck and they put it here. That was why Christianity were pushed. After all they done, they wrote in Exodus 14:14. God will fight your fight and you will hold your peace. I don't read that. I know God will fight my fight before I evaluate the people fighting and fighting. We are not wrestling against flesh and blood. We are wrestling against principalities and power. Some of the powers today that hold the door band in the palace. That's why today go night. I neutralize that power. That's why you are going to die along with many people. You didn't wake up. You think they manipulated history. We are Bebuwe. We are Bebuwe. What's your way? Most of you couldn't stay hunger. You couldn't stay hunger. Say here. We are here. Don't you see? Then will be having such a mind. Because you're as a wife. Maybe you will be. They came and manipulated the story. Now the palace have been restored. Tell me now the benefit. Now what be you you tell me the benefit. That's why I warned you about it. It must be removed. Okay, you don't still believe. The president that led a coup d'etat in 1987 against Sankara, the dead president of the Burkina Faso, He thought he had done it, dusted. He's in life imprisonment right now. The children's wealth, property I get, they will be seized. Still Edo State money, build whatever you are going to be built, everything is going to be revoked. Everything will be revoked. Everything, all the e-wealth you've gotten will be revoked. In a hurry. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing can stop what is coming. All these are atrocities. Oibo will sit down and plan something. It will benefit their children. Black man will sit down and plan something. It will publish and cause enslavement. You call it a kingdom. What does it stand for? That's why I call it kingdom of darkness. Ask me anyway. I just pray one day you eat belly food. You will lay me on the way. Nah, I will just add your children and your wife to it, so that your generation will just go. It's not a joke. I don't play with these activities. Whatever thing I say here, I mean it. If I say your father is stupid, he's stupid. You think I would renounce my word? Go and look at the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Even will sacrifice life. Why you not make yourself hungry? May you not take Odo there. If it is easy, somebody just say, kill me. May the palace restore. Or restore. Now, you have restored. What benefit is it for the people? They set up Berlin Conference. We are trooping abroad. What the Germans are getting from Africa, they are giving you from it. And you are not even supporting the Africa to be good. What is coming for us in this Yoruba, they like it. And right now the tears is big cutting everywhere. That's why by the grace of God, the people that the British, they colonized, they will still start doing their own. But I thank God for Uganda. They are doing well as we speak. I thank God for what do they call it? South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa is doing well. Also Kenya, William Ruto is doing well. All of them. No longer time for 54 head of state. We will be traveling up and down. According to William Ruto, at times he say they maltreat them. They will load them for inside one bus. Head of states. All of them, they will enter Toyota Ayas. Load their like sardine. It won't happen again. It won't happen again. Things are changing. That's why what you do right now to 10. My dear, if you want to collect sin, you can start collecting sin. Imagine when lost emotion. But anything I say here, you are standing against me. You are standing against God. Your reason is why I'm doing all this, so that I'm not making fun. I've saved myself. Things around me, I've saved them. I'm trying to save you. If you want to lose emotion because of one idiot, lost it while now you know it. You have enough of this bullshit. Letting one entity to be there. Suffocating. But everyone will what the plan in 1884, it will benefit. What did your palace plan in that same 80 something? The benefit in Genevieve do. The benefit in Genevieve do. And now they suffer part. Most of these aliens today, they also support. They are very unkept. Very unkept. Now I feel no. Come and say your story now. The way don't tell a story well. Come to Bini, come to Bini, come to Bini. Come to Bini, come to Bini. The juju did not save anybody. Over no man me, nene bolo man me over 600 years. Why at yena? Uwa wulo, uwa ya salon weken. Nonsense. Egana na ye wave na. Go and look at, come on, 35 years old boy deal with the West now. Dealing with them. And we are strongly behind him. I not be like now. Just let people start with Tunubu. I start with leaders that bring salvation to humanity. That's who I stand with. Where are the bastards? No stand with Tinubu. Call them for me. You stand with a man, Agie, to come and fulfill a mission. Even the mission is in the Bible you carry. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. They will stand with. But today, none of them is standing with Captain Abraham Traore. None of them. None of them is standing with the people who led the coup. They go to deliver the people of Niger. You don't stand with them. You don't stand with Mali. Chad Republic can never stand with them. Auto Guinea, you can stand with Guinea, but you can stand with Tinubu. Right now, fuel subsidy, one thing about us, whatever condition that comes, we always take it and embrace it as a way of life. People right now, they are used to the fuel subsidy removal. They move on already. They are comfortable now. It's as if nothing has happened. This one come. I stand with Tinubu. I stand with Tinubu. What are you standing for him for? Why? No, must you play politics? Look at two heroes. Since 1980 something to 2023, they produced two heroes. Another one, the first one was 33 years, while the other one right 34 years. Talking back to Macron. Or when Macron, me and you. That was why when they were rising first alarm, they carry chairs come from. I talk that I which is still there my side. I would have gone to the military. But what I can do, you know. My TV is going to increase. He get where God will give me power. I will just cripple you. I will just call any do go to me go to. Oh my God! Immediately you get your spiritual tag back. I know one day God will give me such power. If I say something now, tomorrow it happen. A time is also going to come because God trusts you. He will entrust something to your hand. Now the power God has given to me, by the grace of God and the grace of our ancestors, I'll be using it to do justly. A time will come, God will give me power to lay curse on you directly. He will zaga. O saloba ligo onyaga o si onyaga do egbe. Immediately u so afio kilega u salo ho. Okmo so we na we o. Na do atale face story. Eri maga me pass le Portugal 50-55. How can you have a kingdom eme yo bononje? If you wire fe wire ya nwa mefo. Ya go idiot na ya nwa me. Oh kan bie dere ona. Ya revie. Imano re ni vie. I do ti re ya fe ya mwe yaria. Aneni ma eta mwe yaria. How would they use it to drink such concussion? You want to have a wife at home? Are you kidding me? Imagine your bononje. All these European countries before, a Jamaica making, they do away with it. They got money from another country. Even food, we cannot produce the food. With baggery, how can you are an eduson? You baggery, you buy beef, you buy yam. A boy we are supposed to be farming at least. If you have a cow, your venza, go to the village, do a job. At least you will dig guy, you will dinner. Your neighbors you can also farm and give to them. Right now we buy everything in the market. How can we survive that? Because they want you to hunger and die. That was why they unleashed Fulani on you. Go and look at Igbo people today. The government did not drive Fulani. It took the grace of Mazun and the Kano, His Excellency. And I will like Maduka. The bowl, Omani love is the Nigerian and the Kano. That's why I'm support. What I say, a peace in life only. Here, I don't care what's inside. But you know, why go for me? But that country will never have peace. Me tiebon one there. I can remove a subsidy finally. Go and check my videos. How will you look an innocent man? Igbo people today, why are they even obeying the citato right now? They are obeying because they begin to compare and contrast that. Our government not through the fight Fulani for also. Now this man help us drive Fulani away. Igbo people today, they cannot farm. They cannot go to farm at least. How will such a man be forgotten in a hurry? Then you are here. I love Naki. Who will not making the war go. As calamities go to reign on that kingdom, the same calamity will follow you as an individual. Does that? Go and confirm what have happened in Vatican. Space Force you worry. What send a Space Force go and confirm what happened to Georgia Gusto if you can read. Up till now, a news in my team, a miata where one laddie from up tried Georgia Gusto. 90 feet tall. Can I take me? A man on with 500 million people. Magwore. What bell? You know what it is at this brain? This is the play local league. It will not be the same jam all of us come. This is why I came. I succeeded 14 hours on top of the sea. I know the reason why God protected me. But because of this very purpose. Because Almighty, my kind of artisan, you cannot do it in that country. You get that boy. They must send a assassin for it. Who want me, you know, go know the location. Give up on me and day. Who go and view snake in the monkey shadow. If view you a friend. Nonsense set of people. Any person manipulating our way to show your love will manipulate it. Telling good things. And you now, you see the belief. Tell me the benefit of Oba Ozolwa. To you now, that he know why you turn him join now. Let the next Spanish king created go to American today. If you can speak Spanish, your salary can be $300 or $400 more higher than Manasseh Spanish. Because they are founding fathers. The fact that we are not there, is even in Burkina Faso. Nana respect to it. You think they don't know your atrocities? When we are manipulating the fake stories are among yourselves. Instead of to make history, we are already reading misery. Here do enemy. Here when all of them they are hustling for bead. I will never worship a man that wear bead. I worship men on suit that are suited. Donald Trump, CGP, Dog Wahun, Modi, Bolsonaro. Nonsense. Yan gwale yan we yan do gbupon yekun. Wa gbobodo. Obodo wa gbe your children, they are all in exile. The love a lot of people were supposed to make all through their lifetime. 5 years they were going make it the love before. Don't see anything wrong with it. Still going to be a bed of rosy all the time. Ain't not a one before. I'm even wondering now. No tourists come to this area. Because tourists in my life will not area. What is coming September? I will cancel now. Walaho. Emi do laho. To him. Me a pray no where we are tie bonime. We are ninye me yeke. Awa be you wa bu ho. Think if Newton is not in this very struggle, you would be alive today. Go and check whether manipulation. We are having excessive sun here. Some other European country is so freezing everywhere. You don't still believe that weather is manipulated. Moteya. Nobody can ever say it. So go and ask the Britain and the France. The colonization they gave to us. Don't ask them the benefits in Oyenema. I don't want this video to be much. So God bless and every one of you. God bless and every one of you. So please, if you have not shared, just share. The only way we can amount right now to make sure this message reach a larger audience is for you to share. I'm not doing monetization. I'm not interested. What I'm interested in is salvation for humanity and redemption. The same thing they have done to keep us here. Somebody needs to also do it. It is human beings that do it. It is not a spirit. They added some 1 or 2 powers together. That today we are in the forest. So that the powers that are here, doing someone in another case here, when Obaseki after they impeach this very area, and now we do You think all my activism, I just come online for coming sake. If I curse you today, you are cursed for life. Every entity that puts you man into enslavement, tonight, there will be calamity or calamity upon your head. Every entity in the world. Even the Oibo right now, they've already know what's coming. I went to a place yesterday. No, day before yesterday. There's this Spanish man. He has stayed in Senegal before. Very, very learned. Ha! He just forgive me. I said, Newton, toma la mano. Todo lo que tú dices está pasando ya. That's what he told me. Lo que hemos hablado antes. Newton too simply habla la verdad. Before they look at me like this. I told them there's going to be martial law. Right now, he's following up how Niger could happen. He said, coge la mano. That means cinco. Now give a hand. I claw him. Like I said, now came man. Spanish man. But you yourself, that they are suffering. Some way both today, they look at you. Why did they give you money supermarket? Where to him boy? A lot of them, they patronize you in whatever thing you do. Why did they patronize you? There are most of you women. So no more. Because you have a tohawe. You have to go and you have we take a lot of things today to be normal. We have the first woman patriot all over the world. Or Italy. Woman can do the same thing I do. But they can never do that. It's sad. Waiting when they concern you, concern person where they Germany and person where they California. What says on one? For example, I got grateful. And they are giving you viewer so that you keep on putting people into mental slavery so that they will never understand what is going on. And where those about species. It's only those people that doesn't know. In your mind, they overthrow religion. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know what is coming. They don't care. They don't know whether we are colonized. That's why they are saying one story today. It did not go. It did yes again. This and that. Doko no yona. Nona lele. Ona lele stepbrother reg me na oko no yo. Eri okonka enemy. Now he konka yan. What is not your benefit? Only when you say so. Only when you say so. Why do to yam me water? How can a Benin man do to have me water? A Benin man do to have me water? It don't know wickedness. Every outside that will be able to know. Am I right? They will know you and know you as a soul. If nobody throw gun your family, I'm your water. We are coming for you people. Koti meke and wamu come and wamu. O wa gare bani tu ah vule yako. If no soon we few us or can we why are going? But we are those of you that build in another person's land or in the name of Ukegwari. Your bid is gone. It will not function again. Salvation for humanity. Enslavement has ended. Can see the manifestation everywhere. Please let me believe in you guys here. One in my world. Who does have young boy no more? Today is Wednesday, 9th of August, 2023. Wednesday, 9th of August, 2023. I still keep on putting our phone number here because there are a lot of people at times who do also reach us through our phone number. Our telephone number is +34631056284. +34631056284. That's the telephone number. And again, if you want to follow us on YouTube, I don't know why many people, you say you'll be trying to, you cannot get our notification. Also subscribe to YouTube. I keep on announcing it. Even the start they gave to all the other time, I still pray for the people who give all that stuff. And it was a sign that there's nothing like there's always reward in whatever thing you are doing. I never expected that they are also going to give us monetization, the whatever way you can even get stuff. That was why I said it as a testimony. Not that I just wanted to start giving stuff or something. What I'm doing today, liberating that human race, it gives me joy. Even though I don't eat. It gives me joy. Seeing our people today, see things changing. I want that is the way I was born. I want to live in a society where everybody is fine. You can be richer than me, be driving Lexus. Let me be driving keke and pen. So far, that's me. If everybody like me, the world will become a better place. In my environment there, I believe everybody have his own time and season. Like I'm living right now. A mother asked me today, Brother Mario video, when I have not been permitted to do video inside the house. And through that, that's the story. I have not been permitted to do video inside the house. Nobody called me. That's God speaking. That's my ancestor speaking, because you don't still to conquer. Biafran Liberation Army, they are in the bush. Then you want me to start saying SAEC. We have to be in the same struggle together. Today I split energy into Biafran Liberation Army. Today I split energy into our Space Force. Today I split energy into Galactic Federation, into the White House. The military alliance all over the world that is standing for salvation of humanity and redemption. Today I speak strength into the Malian armies, the Burkinabes, the Niger, the Chad Republic, as many that is warming up to make sure they take over their ancestral home. I speak strength into them. The God of our ancestors continue to protect and guide each and every one of them. He said, please share this.